Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier and welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's, the books. Now if you haven't guessed already, we're talking about the Five Nights at Freddy's book today. These bad boys, you know, those. Just a little preface before I start this video. I've read the books, not all of them. I'll get into that in the end of the video, but my opinion is very harsh. I get it, okay? Don't freak out, okay? It's just a review. It's my opinion. You have yours, I have mine. Are we good? We're chilling? Alright, let's start. So, the first book, The Silver Eyes. This book was pretty good. Honestly surprising how good it was. I actually found myself fully immersed in the Five Nights at Freddy's universe. I think the book is very good. The story is very well driven. It's very well written as well. We get a ton of FNAF lore, FNAF related stuff. Overall, I think this book is pretty good. In the ending, Charlie and the gang actually get chased down by the animatronics, and I found myself sweating profusely as I read the few pages that included that scene. The one complaint I have of this book, though, is that nobody dies. Nobody actually dies in the book, which is kind of weird for a horror book, especially Five Nights at Freddy's being super oriented into animatronics killing people. For this book to not have anyone die except one security guard that we just don't know who it is. We just know that it's a police officer. I just remembered. But he just fucking gets stabbed by Afton. What a fucking joke. Anyways, all in all, I think this book is pretty good. I would rate it an 8 out of 10 potatoes. And yeah, that's all I have to say about this book. On to the next book, The Twisted Ones. This book is actually kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie when I say I did enjoy it, but really not as much as The Silver Eyes. Right off the bat, it just feels like Cawthon and Risley just tried to cram in all these FNAF references that aren't really necessary to the story of the book, which kind of angers me because I take the FNAF lore very seriously. I think it's a very good game. The lore is incredibly crafted by Scott himself, and I think it's brilliant. But to see this lore kind of just being thrown around in this book was kind of a shock to me, and it was a factor to leave me unsatisfied of this book. There's also the last scene in which Charlie was seen. At the end of the book, Charlie, Jessica, and John go try and find Afton, and Charlie gets stuffed in an animatronic suit. Moments later, spring locks start to fail, and John just sees blood pouring out of the suit in tons of blood. Charlie's dead, and so we're left to believe that Charlie is in fact deceased. But right after, they go to the diner to inform all the other main characters that she's dead, but she just rolls up in a car. Just nothing happened. No scars whatsoever. She just gets stabbed by a fucking couple of spring lots and just trots on over to the diner to meet everyone. But John isn't fooled. He thinks it's not Charlie, and that's where the book ends. Are you fucking kidding me? The common reoccurring theme of these books is that nothing actually dies. In the first book, Afton seemingly got killed by spring locks, but just became one with the suit, and we see him in this book kind of just trot around in the suit, just walk around, you know, he's just rotting in the suit because 2 spring lock failures doesn't kill a man, obviously. It's kind of far-fetched to just bring every character back as soon as they die. All in all, this book, good, but bad at the same time. I'd give it a 5 out of 10 potatoes myself. Moving on to the third book, The Fourth Closet. Now this book, oh boy, we're getting into the deep territory now. Just a heads up, this is gonna get dirty. This book, it's fucking trash. It's literal garbage. I don't like it one bit. It just really feels like they didn't even want to make this book at all. It's not needed. It's not needed, and therefore should not exist. It just feels like they're fucking extending the story as much as possible while not even thinking about the lore. Like, in the games, we already deducted that Charlie was an animatronic. It's the only way she could have fucking survived the spring lock failures. There's no other way. And so in this book, I just scrolled back to the end, and that's literally the ending. It just says the gravestone of Charlie, which died while she was 3 years old. All this whole book, 400 pages, just to find out that she was dead all along and that she was just an animatronic. Just what? Just in the fucking first 100 pages, they're just taken over by John just trying to figure out if Charlie is actually Charlie or if she's not Charlie and a double Charlie that somehow exists. It's fucking obvious. She's a robot and we can see it. Like, I deducted that she was a robot. I predicted that she was a robot well before this part ended. Like, it's literally 100 pages of John being like, is she a robot? Is she a robot? I don't know. She doesn't look like a robot, but she does. But she's not. But she is. Like, make up your mind. Doesn't need 100 pages. I'm getting really mad, dude. Fucking... Whew. And just to let you know that this book really sucks, this is how much I read of it. Like, I completely stopped there. I stopped at chapter 9, I think. Yeah, chapter 9. This book is just not even worth... It's just not even worth the money. Like, if you can avoid buying it, I would suggest so. Still, you have your own opinion and I have mine, but my opinion's pretty strong, so that's why I put that disclaimer in the beginning of this segment. All in all, this book is just not really good. I'd give it a 2 out of 10 potatoes. Do not buy it. It's not worth it. Fucking just yeah. I just threw it away. You couldn't hear because my mic is just not picking it up, but I just literally threw it away. Alright, thank you all for watching. I appreciate you sticking around to the end of this video because this took literally 20 minutes to film. It did not take long. Anyhow, I just wanted to run a quick thanks to all of the people that watch these videos. If you exist, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means the world because I put a lot of effort into these videos. I get no money back, so it's just as a hobby. Check out my Twitch where I stream almost bi-daily. Is that a word? Can I say that? I stream every other day on there. There's also a stream schedule, but it's in French, so if you don't speak French, just come and say hi in the stream and I'll respond to you in English. I really don't mind. Come by, drop a follow, check out my other content, which is like right here, and I'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, hold up,
Goodbye.
what the fuck? Hey, bass in the trunk, yeah, shorty wanna fuck, but I'm busy getting bucks. If you know my fucking name, you know my music bumps. If you hate my fucking shit, you a motherfucking chump. Hey, ooh, yeah, damn, Billy stay high like a kite, yeah, bitch I blew up overnight, yeah, you know the world around town?